So basically, in your business, in your team, your organization, everybody in your organization is going to fall down into one of these categories. Okay? You got end users, some-timers, part-timers, and full-timers. People in each one of these categories are going to produce more or less sales for you. We'll start with the first one. We got the end users. In our business, there's people who absolutely love the water. Remember, we're dealing with the miracle of water. Literally, we've been able to help people with all types of autoimmune disorders, all types of joint and aches and pains, arthritis, osteoporosis, stomach problems. You've been able to help all these people out. They love the water. They're not really interested in building a business or making an income. Their main interest is just getting their life back through the health, and we'll be able to do that. So that's what we call an end user in our organization. Someone who just loves the water, doesn't really care about money at all. An end user, now think about an end user in your organization. How many sales per year? How many sales in 1 year do you think an end user in your organization would produce? Remember, they don't really want to make money, but they might love the water so much they might tell a friend. You know, maybe they know another friend with arthritis or another friend with diabetes, and like, you know what, this helped me with my diabetes, you should check this out. How many sales per year do you think you can produce from having an end user, one end user in your organization? I got maybe 1 to 2 in a year. Yeah, I would say so. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty accurate. There's really no motivation over there, but they love the water because it helped their life. The next category we have what's called a some-timer. A some-timer in your organization is a person that might be really interested in the health benefits that they can achieve. They don't need it, but they're very interested in it. Let's say maybe they're in the fitness industry. They want to get that extra edge in performance, but they love their job. They love being a fitness trainer. They love what they do, so it's not a big priority to make extra money. How many sales per year? Maybe they'll talk about the water, or maybe they want to make a little bit of money just to maybe go on an extra vacation that year. So maybe they'll talk about it when it's convenient. Maybe when they're at parties, maybe when they're at a social gathering. They're like, hey, you got to check this out. So they kind of want to make money, not very motivated, but they will talk about when it's convenient for them. How many sales per year do you guys feel like a some-timer in your organization would produce? I would say maybe even on the high end, I would say you might get as much as 10 and anything in between, 5, 6, 7, anywhere in between in an entire year from a some-timer. Because remember, they have a little bit of motivation. They want to pay. They'll talk about maybe they're very social. Maybe they're not social at all. So maybe you could get as little as 2. You know, so it really depends on the person. Okay, now you have what's called part-timers. Part-timers are the people in your business that they have a 9 to 5, but maybe they hate their job. They're super motivated to become a full-time distributor and make this a living. They want financial freedom. They want time freedom. Maybe they want to be able to spend time with their kids. Maybe they make good money, but they work 80 hours a week or 60 hours a week and they never see their family. So these guys are super motivated, but they still have their job that they need to sustain until they can make an income. So these guys work their job 9 to 5, and then they work 6 to midnight on their business because they're really motivated to eventually go full time. How many sales per month do you think a part-timer spending maybe at least 20 hours a week on their business, or 15 or 10 hours, whatever it is, how many sales a month do you think a part-timer could create in your organization? 30. And then we got everything else of the team. We got 4 over there. Yeah, I mean, there's different varying levels of a part-timer. You got 3 in the low end, 10, 15 on the high end. Okay, awesome. Now you got the full-timers. Full-timers in your organization. These are the people that if they don't make sales, they're going to lose their house. All of their livelihood rests on their Enagic business. Okay, how many sales a month that you will get from one full-timer in your organization? Okay, now what I want to show you guys, because you're going to see how powerful this business model, the compensation plan, really is, because we're going to work with small numbers over here. Because what I like to do is under-promise and over-deliver. So in the compensation plan, you got the ranks from 1A, and you got 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A. Okay, so I went on the promise. So let's go with the part-timers, right? We said part-timers can produce anywhere between 3 to 5 to 10, 15. I would say this is pretty accurate. 10 to 15. You could get a part-timer that could do that. There are that have. This is a rare number. These are closer. But I'm not even going to use these numbers. Okay, I'm going to say a part-timer in my organization that only makes 1 sale a month. Okay, I'm going to multiply that by that part-timer. There we go, 1A, 2A, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your income exponentially grows as you get up. But I'm not going to use the 6A, 5A, 4A, or even the 3A. I'm going to say 1 part-timer in your organization only in your 2A leg. Remember, you get to 3A in just 10 sales. I had a guy over there that did that overnight. Literally, his first meeting already did over 10 sales. Actually, Dr. Ray, I'm talking about Mikey Mattress. Actually, Dr. Ray, he's one of our chiropractors on our team, was actually at that meeting. Mikey did 12. He did 3A overnight. But I'm not even going to use the 3A. Like, that could literally happen overnight as soon as you start. But 2A, 1 part-timer on the 2A, only making 1 sale a month. In your organization, that's 1 sale a month. One organization that's 1 sale a month after a year, that 12 months. Remember what we said, we're going to use our flagship model, not the K8. So remember we had the K8, the SD 501, and the Junior 2. I'm going to use the SD 501 for our compensation, the middle one. That's 285 per point. So on the 2A, that's 570 times 12. So a part-timer in your team that only made 1 sale, only on your 2A leg, that's 12 sales in the year. You still made $6,840 from their direct sales. So that's just from the direct sales. Now remember, they pay 8 points within 8 levels. You get your indirect sales, your team sales. So on your indirect sales, indirect, okay, so let's say the indirects are still only 1. I still just I don't want to go any higher. So let's just say it's just another 12. That's another 6,840. So that's times that by 2 in 1 year. From 1 person on your team, fix that 8. 1 year, 1 part-timer in your team that only made 1 sale, only on your 2A leg, you're still earning $13,680 from just that 1 part-timer. So imagine, we didn't say 1, these guys could hit 3 to 5. If it's a good guy, it could even hit more. So let's say if this was on the 4A leg, not the 2A leg, that would be double. That would be $27,000 from 1 person in your team. That was on your 4A leg. If it was 6A, then that would be significantly more. And still, if they only made 1 sale. Now, if this number goes up, they did 2 sales, still on your 2A, 2 sales. This would be double if they did 2 sales a month. That's double, and they're still on your 2A leg. If it was 2 sales a month, 2 sales a month on your 4A leg, that'd be a much higher number. I don't even know the math. So it's 13,680 times 2. So if it was 2 sales, that'd be 27,360, right? So if it was 1 sale, if it was 2 sales, it'd be 27,360, and they're still only on your 2A leg. if the person, part-timer in your team, was doing 2 sales a month and they were in your 4A leg, I think that means that could be actually double, right? So that's times 2. So now we're not talking about 13,000, we're talking about 54,720 that you would get from one person on your team that was a part-timer doing 2 sales a month on your 4A leg. Remember, to get to 4A, it's only 20 team sales. Okay, 20 team sales. You don't have to sell 20 yourself. 20 team sales, you're a 4A, and your part-timer only made 2 sales a month on your 4A, selling 501s, and you made 54,720. Imagine if it was 2 sales on the 6A from one person on your team, okay? So I want you to get that. Okay, so now, let's say a full-timer. We said a full-timer could do 4, 5, 10, 30, 67. Oh, no, that's a 6 and a 7. 67 would be great, though. But remember, I want to under-promise, over-deliver. I'm not even going to use the 5 or the 4. I'm going to say a full-timer that eat, breathe, and sleeps Kangen. You know, that's all they do. They do at least 40 hours a week. Let's say a full-timer in your team only did 3 sales. I know me and Nelly could consistently do anywhere between 10 to 15. There are people that are even better sales that can even do more than us, you know. But even if it was only 3 and they're a full-timer on your team, and we're not going to go any higher, we're still going to stick to the 2A rank. Okay, so that's sticking to just the 2A. So that's 570 times 12.4, 36. Okay. So I did do that right? So that's 20,520 just from the directs from your full-timer. Okay, that's only on your 2A leg. Okay, so one full-timer in your team making 3 sales only on your 2A leg. At the end of the year, you've earned 20,000 from them. But remember, we get paid on indirect sales too. And we use the same low number, which means even from the indirects, that's another 20,520 from one person that's a full-timer in your team. So at the end of the year, let me times that. At the end of the year, from one full-timer on your team, that only did 3 sales, only on your 2A leg, you're still earning 41,040 from that one person on your team that only did 3, only in your 2A. So just imagine if it was not your 2A, they were in your 4A because you hit those 20 sales and you got your full-timer, that's double. Okay, so that'd be 82,000. Okay, if it was a 6A, you're earning a 6-figure income from one full-timer that only did 3 sales in your team. So that's the power of this compensation plan. There's really nothing like it in the industry. Okay, that's why Darren Hardy. If you guys, anybody heard of Darren Hardy? New York Times bestselling author of The Compound Effect. Publisher of Success Magazine, one of the #1 authors writing books for entrepreneurs. What he says about our industry, he says our industry is one of the few opportunities that offers average people with above average ambition to achieve an above average lifestyle, peace of mind, and financial security. And I love that quote so much because that speaks to a person like me, you know, a person who took 5 years, got left back in high school, did a year of college and dropped out, went to fix cars, could make over $250,000 in a year and on the way to 7 figures. Okay, so that's the power that this industry and this, especially this business model has. Now, looking at this category, who of these 4 categories would you want in your team or in your business? Out of these 4 categories, put in the comments. End user, sometime, part-timer, or full-timer? It's pretty much common sense. We want our part-timers, we want our team to consist of part-timers and full-timers. Imagine you have 100 people on your team. I mean, you want, let's say, 80 of those people to be part-timers, full-timers, sometimes end users. Of course, you want them to be, you want a larger percentage to be the part-timer, full-timers. These are the people that are going to make you big money in your business. Now, let's take a look at what these people want. We got an end user. Because remember, in our industry, we got two markets. We got the healthy market, the people who want to get well, the sick people, the people who want to stay healthy, vegans. That's a huge market. And then we got the business people, the people who want to make money. Those are two markets, business and health. Now, an end user, what do you think an end user is interested in between the two markets? Just type it out there. If you got, we got health, just health. You guys are correct. They do not care at all about making money. They've been in pain for so many years. They've been bedridden. They've been suffering, having to take medications for so many years. They don't care about making money. They want to get their life back. A sometimer, remember, a sometimer is interested in the health and would like to maybe go on another vacation. They don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, but they do love their jobs. What do you think a sometimer in your organization is interested in? Throw it in the comments. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They are actually interested a little bit of both. Right? Health and money. They have a little interest. Depending on the person, it could be a little bit more on whichever side. Now we got part-timers. Remember, they hate their job. They're super motivated to get out of it. They want financial freedom. They want time freedom. Whatever the reason why they hate their job, they're not appreciated. What do you think a part-timer is interested in? Esther says money. Actually, Esther, you're more accurate. It's the money they're really interested in because they wanna get out of there. Justin clapping over there. Yes, the part-timer wants to get out of their job ASAP. They want financial freedom ASAP. They want a boss that doesn't appreciate them, so they care about money. Now the full-timer is gonna lose their house if they don't make any sales. So they eat, breathe, sleep. They're a magic business because their livelihood depends on it. What do they care about? Dollar signs, yes. Exactly. Full-timers care about money, right? Now, you see over here, remember, we want the part-timers and full-timers in our business. We want our organization to comprise mostly of these guys, and what is it that they care about? Money, money, money. Chris says, yes, exactly. They care about money. So that's what you want to show them. These are the guys that are going to make 10, 100, 50, 1,000 sales for you. These are the guys that's going to go 6A, 6A2, dash 2, dash 3, and above. Yes, they probably have an interest in health. Some of them even have a need in health. They actually changed their life, and then it made them motivated. You always want to show people both, but you want to put most of your focus on this because that's really what you want to get. The Romy Vaderas on your team. This is what the Romy Vaderas are interested in. This is the stuff that people like me are interested in. You know, I was in dire need of changing my financial status. So you're going to get a lot more interest when you lead with this.